Let's transform this planner into a cozy and cute journal. Hello, my name is Micah, and in this video I'm going to be setting up my Hobonichi avec as my creative journal for 2024, and I thought, why not do it together? So first up, I want to decorate this cover because this color is, yeah, that's something, isn't it? And so I grabbed a couple of patterned, fun pieces of paper, and I thought maybe, just maybe, we can make that look a little cuter. These are a bunch of, well, some of it is scrapbook paper, but I think this paper is actually from a Flow magazine, but it is quite sturdy, so I don't know. But yeah, maybe we can have some of this in there. And then I also grabbed this flower, and I thought maybe it would be kind of cool if it's sort of wrapped around, or I mean, we have it sort of at the edge here. And then have a little bit of this in here, or this is the same pattern, but in a green. And then we have this fun thing here. This is sort of like a 70s wallpaper. I mean, that could be quite cute, like that, as a sort of base. And then I also, just for some contrast, pulled out this like polka dot black and white, or these cute stars. This is from Erin Ware. I love her printables. I think I say that in every of my videos. But yeah, maybe this actually kind of already works as a base. I think so. Okay, well that sort of worked out. But that's the fun thing about pulling out patterned pieces of paper in advance and just, you know, pulling pieces that where the colors definitely go together. So I have here this Elmer's glue, and I'm not quite sure, since this is this sort of like coated cardstock, I'm actually not quite sure if this is going to be enough to hold that on there. If not, we can, or I can pull out some, what's it called? Oh my goodness, Mod Podge. And that should probably do the trick, if nothing else. Do you cover the cover? Do you decorate the cover? Do you put on full-on patterned pieces of paper like I am, or do you just put stickers on? This is my second time using the Hobonichi avec as my creative daily journal. And last time I actually didn't put anything on the cover because I actually slipped it into the cover on cover, so you couldn't really see the color cardstock anyway. And so I was at some point thinking it would be kind of fun to just have them, once I have a couple of them, like over years and years, it would be nice if they all looked the same and just left them as they were. But yeah, I don't know. This year I just feel like going all in with the personalization and making it as fun and colorful as I can. If you've seen my Hobonichi weeks setup, there I did the same thing, just going with the flow and making everything fun and whimsical. And there's just something about doing this kind of thing that also helps make the book really feel like your own. That's cute. I mean, I also could just leave it like that. I really love this pattern, but I think I like this too so much though. This big flower on here, really bold. Okay, am I making this straight? Yeah, somewhat. Like that maybe. And then there's a little bit of a gap, but I could add some washi tape maybe to sort of deal with that. I think that's fun. Okay, let's go for it. Don't overthink it. Just going with it. Are you excited for your journals next year? I am. I just cannot wait. I really think this year, 2023, was all about trying out different things and really finding my comfort zone when it comes to journal formats and the kind of journaling entries that I like to do. I think I really found out a lot about myself. And one of the main things, I think, was to start a daily journal. I started the Hobonichi in July, so I only bought the avec for the second half of the year. And it just has helped me so much in terms of journaling consistently, journaling on a really regular basis. And because it's daily pages, it's almost rapid ideation in terms of journal layouts and putting together collage. Because it's daily, you obviously do it a lot more often. This is printed on sticker paper. I'm trying to get it off of the backing here. I know this is ravaging video content. Ravaging? I don't know if that's the right word, but maybe you know what I mean. Yeah, there's just something about having gone through the last 6 months and, decorating and writing pages very consistently that just helps to, develop ideas and develop layouts and finding my own taste are really fun. If you saw my latest Hobonichi journal flip through, I talk a little bit more about that actually. Okay, so this is a really fun base, and of course, again, I could leave it like that, but I think maybe we pull out my Erin Ware pouch. So this is all just some of her printables, just ready to use. Let's see what we have here. And she has all these fun frames and labels, so maybe that's kind of fun too. Just have a little like doorway, like you're entering the journal. Maybe with a tree. That's fun. I kind of like that. Or with another flower. It's maybe a little repetitive with that flower on there already. Well, we'll see. I mean, that's fun. Oh, these are probably going to come in handy. So pull those aside as we keep on going with this setup. And then she also has these labels. Ooh, and this one. I think, yeah, that format doesn't really quite, not sure. I think there's something, and then we could put 2024 on there. Might get a little lost, or in this darker blue. Also is getting a little bit lost. Ooh, and then we could also go big, like so. That's kind of fun. And then what do we do with this white space? What do we do with that? We could put in the year. I'm pulling out my Cat Collage Club December pouch. If you were new here, I design my own printables for Cat Collage Club. They're very much cat themed, but every now and then there's also, of course, other bits and bobs, like for example, a 2024 label for this year. And then also I made these little sayings. You could use them as captions under photos, but also use them as journal prompts and reflect on these things. And then at the end here, it says, "Be bright and be brave," which is my motto for next year. That's what I want to accomplish, or that's what I want to strive to be. I already stuck that in the front of my Hobonichi weeks, so maybe I should also put that on the front cover of my journal. So I could do this and then have this underneath, and then I feel like then either we cut that shorter or we need a little something there down in the corner. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, we have this moon and stars for a little enchantment. I mean, the color looks nice on there, but I'm not sure about this format. So if that is just too much white space, what do you think? So, well, before I cut it, I could just bend it a little bit and see what that looks like before we commit. I mean, I could always cut it out, print it out again if I cut it and don't like it, but I'm a little afraid that it's too boxy. So we have the box with the 2024 inside the box of the background there, even though I love how these colors look together. But there was this other thing that I liked. This. I liked that, didn't I? With the tree. A little mystical or a little fairy tale-ish. I do like that. And then we could put this 2024 into the doorway there. Or leave the doorway empty and have it be sort of this open the book to find out. A little mystical. That's cute too. If I didn't want to do the tree, but I love trees. So it would be nice to have a tree on the cover. I think I like that. Okay, well, and also, if I don't cover this with any sort of cover material right away, I have a little bit of time to sit with whether or not I put anything into the doorway. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna put that down. But then before I do that, do we want to cover up this little itsy bitsy space that just looks unfinished, doesn't it? Maybe some grid washi? Yeah. Let's do that, and then let's wrap it around, actually. I kind of like this just hanging over. I mean, of course I could, you know, cover this up neatly, but I think I like just the random edges like that. Yeah. Cool. All right. Is this sticker paper? No, it is not. So Elmer's glue it is. I don't like working with glue sticks, but they're just so handy. They're easy to buy, and with like tape rollers, I always feel like they're, you know, they're running out so quickly, and then you have to, you know, order the refills. But even with the refills, it always seems like they produce so much plastic waste. But maybe I'm naive to think that glue sticks don't produce a lot of plastic waste. Oh yeah, well, I guess there's no perfect solution either way, huh? We do our best, don't we? Cool. I love the look of printables on tracing paper. It is sometimes a little fiddly to glue down because it, depending on how wet the glue is, it crinkles and rolls up quite a bit. But it is a cool look. Okay. And I haven't quite decided if I want to put some like packing tape or some other coating over there. Oh no, I don't. No, I want the tree trunk to go behind the, like that. I guess I could put some Mod Podge over it too to protect it a little bit more. But I mean, I am putting this into my cover, so maybe it doesn't need protection. I don't like it when the covers get too stiff, and so sometimes if you put like a layer of Mod Podge over it, it does get quite stiff. Okay, we'll leave it at that, and then I'll decide later if I want to put the year inside the door here. This number is also from Erin Ware, and it's printed on transparent sticker paper. I mean, it is kind of cute to have that in there. I'll think about it. Let's move on. Let's see what's going on on the inside. So like I said, I think this I'm gonna leave because that's kind of fun. Just some colors. Do we want to add some more washi tape? Yeah, maybe. Just to finish off the edges a little bit. I always feel like putting washi tape over cut edges is similar to when in sewing you finish off the seams. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's just something about it that makes it look a little bit more finished. But also maybe that's just me who thinks that. I think this is too dark. I think this is too dark. Yeah, let's leave that for now. For this, I already have pulled out this printout. This is artwork by Hiroko Kubota, who actually is also the illustrator of this Hobonichi Weeks and she's done other work in collaboration with Hobonichi. Her work is just so whimsical, and her paintings or illustrations always have this mood, and I love this one. I saw it on Instagram and I had to print it out because there's this girl walking through this landscape and she's playing on I don't know if it's a ukulele maybe, and then there's this cat that she's meeting, and I don't know, I kind of identify with this girl walking through this evening landscape and encountering this cat. There's something very magical about that. And so I want that in here so that whenever I open my book, I see that. And so I'm gonna keep it simple and stick this down. Cute. And then do we add a little bit of washi here as well? Just to not have that image floating as much. I feel like washi tape can really help anchor things. That's cute. And then I just thought of something. There's this, where's my sticker book? There's this little saying from one of the PT tapes. Find your favorite spot. And I think that might look cute with this. Do we have to, can we move this? I think I want to move that. I think that's gonna mess it up. Well, then I'll just rather leave it where it is. And then there are these shooting stars. I mean, we do have the moon up there, which is super cute, but maybe we can also add the shooting stars somewhere. Whoopsie. Do they go off? Yeah. Yeah, that's quite sweet. What do you think? That's a good introduction to a journal, isn't it? All right, moving right along. Then we obviously have this Hobonichi introductory page 2024. And I could, of course, leave that. But then I just see here this big printable by Erin. So fun. Again, sort of almost like another doorway, huh? But I love, love, love the colors here. And then maybe I could actually write out some wishes for the year. And then as I go along through it, I can see if they come true. That's kind of cute. Turn it into something a little bit functional and already start journaling. And then maybe we can add a little character. How about a cat? This actually works perfectly with the colors. Maybe we can add some flowers or some PET tape birds. I think that's really cute. And these stars and moon for a little bit of whimsy for the wishes. Smaller wishes. But then the star and moon looks so big. Yeah, you need to go with the bigger one. Or on the other side. Yeah, and then I have some space to write. What do you think? Is the moon too much? But I didn't want to do that this year, did I? Telling myself something is too much. I just want to go with it and have fun. I think I'm going to glue this down and then I'll be right back and then we can add some more little stickers for interest. Okay, everything is glued down, so now we can see if we want to add some more stickers. I always like to do that at the end, just see if there's anything else to just sort of build it out. I love these PET tape flowers. This is from a Pion PET tape. And yeah, I just use them all the time. Might be actually a PET tape that I finish. I used to be very sort of like, oh my, you know, I don't want to run out, don't use it too often, but those big rolls, I mean, hard to run out of anything there. Cute! I really like how this is coming together and we have that sort of like door idea. I'm personally don't use these, so at first I was thinking I would cover these up with some white paper, turn them into something useful, and maybe I will, but for now I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Here we have the yearly overview. I don't exactly know if there's an official name for these pages. A lot of people use them for trackers. I personally really love it for noting down what movies and TV series my husband and I watch. So the day we watch it, I just write it out. So I actually don't need these fields up top here. And so I figured I'll take some washi tape and just bring some color into these pages. I think they just look a little sad. I must say that with the gray and the red, it's just a little sad. I do in general prefer the way the English planner, I think they call it the planner, looks. I think the design is just a little bit more minimal. There's not as much of this sad red in there, or sad gray red combo. But it doesn't come in the avec, and so that makes it a little tricky. I think I need the avec in order for the planner to be useful for me, because I do add quite a bit of stickers and photos, and I'm not quite sure if it would be usable for me if I stuck everything in one planner. But yeah, if they made the original in the Avec style. And who knows, I mean, they've been coming out with so many versions of their book. Curious to see if they're going to continue adding things to the lineup as they've done this year. For example, I would love to also see the English planner as a Han design with the hardcover. That would be fun. They're probably not going to do the Avec in the hardcover though, because, yeah, I don't know how many people would be paying the prices for that. Yeah, see, now we have some fun colors going on. Do this, oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna continue making these off camera and then I'll be right back. I finished up my washi tape border or top column decoration. Yeah, and it just brings some fun color into these pages that are, you know, not gonna have much decoration going on otherwise. And yeah, just really cute and simple. I can definitely recommend that if you don't need the top part to write anything down, and you know. Then there are the monthlies, which I'm going to leave empty. I'm going to use these again for monthly doodles. I'm doing that in my journal now, and so I want this to be empty. There's one more page here in the front that I want to set up with you, but I'm actually going to skip that for now. I'm going to circle back to that. And I want to also decorate the My 100 because I decided to make this again my reading list of books read. I did that this year and I liked that quite a bit. And so I thought I'm gonna pull out, I have somewhere all neatly organized, all the cats that I designed that are reading. And so I thought we can pick out a cat to decorate this page with, because I am probably not going to fill the 100 out completely, and so if we just put a reading cat here or there, that is a-okay. They're also cute. Well, this one is maybe, those are maybe a little big. This one is sort of more on a picnic blanket, also very big. This is cute too. But I think I'm leaning towards one of these, maybe her. And then again, we can bring in some of that fun washi. I only recently bought this washi and I'm glad I did, because I'm just putting that everywhere and so happy that I have it, and it goes with so many things. I think that's a Yohaku tape. I love the Yohaku washi tapes. Do you have any Yohaku washi tapes? Or do you have like a favorite washi tape maker or brand? Yeah, and then she can just sit over there. Cute. And of course, the year where I put a big sticker over some of the numbers is going to be the years where I read a whole lot and I am going to get to the 100. If you are in a Hobonichi that has a 100 list, what do you typically use your 100 list for? Does it change each year what you record? Or do you always keep it the same? Or if you set up your own journals, do you set up a My 100 list? Yeah, let me know. I'd love to hear what everybody's setting up and using. Is that a little too bold? Not sure. Maybe we just make that a little shorter. And so I think that looks really, I don't know if this is distracting. Somehow it works up there, but I don't think this one is really doing it for me. Yeah, I think that's better for some reason. Cute. Yeah, just really simple, but it brings some color and pattern in there, which is exactly what I like. And then, of course, you know, we have our dailies, which are going to be filled with memories. Okay, well, now to the page that I skipped, and that is the turning the page to a new year. Last time I collaged something on here, but this year I felt like drawing something out, and I already did the pencil sketches here. It's just a couple of things that I hope will manifest themselves this year. And so I just figured, why not have some fun and doodle these. And let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see a bit better. I must say that drawing several things on such a small page was a little fiddly, and some of the proportions are a little questionable, but I think with something like this, what matters most is the feeling, that the feeling gets across, and so I'm not sweating it too much. And so with these, I decided to draw myself as a cat, because why not? I just sort of felt like playing with that. If you've been around for a while, I like to add doodles here and there, and I've been playing around with different stylizations, I suppose, of myself and people in general. We're drawing anthropomorphic animals. Of course, I love drawing anthropomorphic cats. I just think it's so fun. They always just look so cute and elegant, and cats in general are great for stylization. There's just something about their shape that allows for a lot of freedom to play while they still look like cats. And I also think there's something about, so for example, with dogs are obviously also super cute, but in dog breeds, there are a lot of differences in terms of their head shapes, their overall body proportions. With cats, it's a little bit more universal cat. And of course, there are differences with cat breeds as well, with the way they look and their fur and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Cats are just more easily recognizable. Not recognizable, but they're just, well, maybe you get what I mean. So this one is more walks. That is what I'm hoping for next year, because I love walks, and my husband and I do make a point of taking a lot of walks, but there's still room for improvement. And with sitting so much with my work, it's definitely something that I want to be very, very mindful of in terms of moving my body and getting outside. And I always feel better when I've been outside. It just never makes me feel worse. So, you know, maybe some bushes here. I hope that maybe I can inspire you to maybe also give it a try and draw out some of your, well, whatever you want to call these. And maybe these are, maybe this is a vision board for next year, or, yeah, I think like a setup in the front of the book. Maybe this is sort of like a wish list. A lot of these things are definitely things that are already in my life. I just want to have more of the good things. It's basically my hope for next year. More of the good stuff, personally. And I know that I can count myself quite lucky and blessed that I'm able to do that, or say that I'm able to say that more or less I feel very content with my life, and the big hope is that I get to do more of the things that are already good in my life. Yeah, I feel very happy and blessed about that. So this one is called Drawing Cats, because do want to keep drawing cats. It's just so much fun, and I can't believe I get to do it so regularly for Cat Collage Club. It's so fun and interesting, and of course sometimes also challenging to draw so many cats every month, because there's obviously also like a challenge to keep it new and interesting, which I'm hoping I'm able to accomplish and deliver. So this little thing here is supposed to be like a couple of sheets of paper, like either it's just my sketching paper or the finished collage sheets, and then maybe here we can have a little pencil and some other, maybe these are colored pencils or whatever, just a couple of pens. Yeah, I hope I can inspire you to draw out your wishes or affirmations or visions, even if you feel like it's just very, very crude. There's just so much personality to it if you use your own hand drawings rather than images. But I can totally understand also wanting to just use images and play around with images for, like, say, a vision board, and finding the ones that really speak to you and have the energy that you want them to have. That's really fun. And I've noticed that myself, especially with my journal pages, that it is interesting how sometimes you can't really access things through your drawings because you feel like you don't really have the skills necessary. But then you find the perfect stickers or the perfect printable, and it just somehow communicates your thing perfectly, your memory or your feeling. And so, yeah, I definitely can relate to that. So this here is, oh my goodness, now she has super big lips. Oh well. This is supposed to be a doll. I want to be more mindful about sharing time or spending time on my hobbies, like sewing doll clothes. I haven't done that. I don't think I've done that once this year. And I always have this vision of building a little dollhouse, or even just like a little dollhouse display. It doesn't even need to be a whole house. Maybe just set up a diorama of one room, just have fun with that. Yeah, that's definitely something I want to take time for next year, because I feel like some of my hobbies have come up a little short maybe this year. But my husband and I also this year in 2023, we spent a lot of time moving, and because we went to be with my family in Germany at the beginning of the year for 3 months, we actually moved out of our rental, moved everything into a storage unit, and then moved into a new rental. So we kind of moved twice, moved into the storage space and moved it out of the storage space. So that's obviously quite a lot of moving around, and so even not moving next year is gonna hopefully result in less crazy times and more time for just doing the things we love and want to do. Which also means I want to work on a comic next year. That's been a goal of mine for a while now. I actually started working on it last year, and then things got so busy. And so I'm hoping that this is gonna be the year. I have made comics before, nothing published. I did my bachelor thesis was a comic, came up with a story and drew it. And then right after graduating from college, I worked on a little story I came up with a friend of mine. It was actually a story called Miss You in the Stolen Garden, where old sheep lady, Miss You, kind of Miss Marple style, has to solve a crime, and the crime is that somebody stole her neighbor's garden. And we released that as a webcomic, and then at some point things just got too busy for us to keep going with it. So we unfortunately never quite finished the story, but I still love the idea, and I still love all the characters. I actually think about those characters quite often. Yeah, and so, I mean, in recent years, I haven't really done much with comics. But yeah, now I wanna get back into it. And this time, I am trying to write for children, actually. Like, be very specific about it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So this is Cat Me sitting at her work desk, working on it, like so. Do you have projects that you want to accomplish next year? And are those projects new projects, or is there something like I have where you've been wanting to do it for a while and you've just sort of decided this is it, this is going to be the year where things are happening? I'd love to know that. I hope that for everyone next year brings wonderful things. Here we have a little frame with a flower inside, just for some decoration. Yeah, okay, cute. And then down here, I sketched out me and my husband at a little restaurant, having, I don't know, maybe some dinner or just any food together. I personally really love breakfast. I think breakfast is my favorite food, and I love going out for breakfast. But just any meal with my husband is nice, and us having the time to go out and enjoy each other's company and talking and not having to worry about dishes afterwards. Yeah, this drawing is definitely one where I wasn't quite sure about I think the proportions are a little off, but it gets the point across, and that's all that matters right now. doesn't matter. Like, perspective doesn't matter. Proportions don't quite matter. I mean, I feel like, as you will see in just a moment, I think my head is a lot bigger than my husband's head. But that's okay. Again, it's about the feeling and the vision of it all, rather than being about specifics. And that's the thing about drawing in your journals. It's just allow yourself to draw and to just express things. And sometimes it's easier to capture an emotion when your left brain isn't talking to you about perspective and anatomy and all that kind of stuff. I have quite a few journals like that where I'm actually quite surprised or happy about what I'm able to capture with just the crudest of drawings, and where I think if I'd pushed myself to make it concrete and perfect, I don't think it would have captured it any better. Like, it actually would have, I think it would have taken something away from the expression, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Yeah, this is chair perspective is questionable, but again, it doesn't matter. It does look like we're sitting somewhere at a table. And maybe they have some cool lamps in wherever we're sitting. And then I just call this lovely dinners, even though it could also be breakfast or any type of meal. And then here on the side, I'm just gonna indicate a cool plant. Maybe that restaurant has like cool lamps and cool plants. Just a cool place. And then do we indicate some big windows? Yeah. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. I think that quite looks like a little restaurant. Okay. Well, two more here. One is just, this is sort of goes in conjunction with my little motto of being myself. With now I spoil it. With the be bright and be brave. I just want to be myself. And sometimes that takes a little bravery, doesn't it? So here we just have cat me. If you draw yourself as an animal, what would you be? I sometimes draw myself as a cat because obviously I draw a lot of cats, so cats just come very natural to me to draw. But I also think that kind of actually makes sense. I like to be cozy. I like to be warm. I like my freedom. I can be very stubborn, but I can also be playful. So that kind of makes sense. And then here I just wanted to draw, though, like the primary goal is to just be working on my comic book and to just keep chipping away at it. Ideally, of course, I get the book done next year. But we shall see. Comics is definitely something that takes a long time to draw. But it is often a very quick read. It's a unfortunate combination of things. Do you draw, well, maybe some of you draw comics, but do you read comics or graphic novels? Is this something that you are interested in? Let me know. I'd love to know. Cool. Let me zoom you out so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, that's so fun and meaningful. I love that. I don't know if I want to add color or not, or maybe some blacks. But for now, this is it. Oh, I'm so glad I invested the time into this. Again, like I wasn't sure if I even was able to kind of fit everything on there because, you know, A6, that's not a lot of space, but yeah, that's so cute. All right, so let's see what we have. We have the beautiful cover with the fun pattern papers and the little doorway. And then we have this little introductory page with the cute little girl and the kitty. And we have a space for wishes. I'm just going to write something out and maybe be a little bit more specific than my page that I just drew out. And then I added some fun colors and patterns to the year at a glance so that there's a little something something. And then, yeah, of course we drew out this here. And I added the little reading kitty. All right, so I think it's time to move this into its cover. So my cover for next year is this beautiful hollyhock cover from this year's Hobonichi lineup. It's just so beautiful. I love looking at it, and I love the feel of it. It really feels like a cotton material. It has a bit of tooth to it. It's very pleasant. And then it has this sort of like sage green on the inside, which is just so, again, pleasant to look at. And then just push that on the inside here. Cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. Now for the pockets, I have some fun things. For one, I have this cat here. If you've seen my Hobonichi weeks setup, you already know Winnie. She's sort of my cheerleader next year. She's the, I don't know, to me she's sort of embodies a fun, whimsical aunt who's just being herself, who's creative, who's fun to be around, and I just want to be like that. And so, yeah, she's definitely there. And then I put together some of my recent favorite washi tapes. I thought that would be fun to have on hand. So maybe we have that up here. And then I also pulled out a photo of my family dog, Molly. I just miss her so much, and she's the cutest. And so I laminated a photo of her and then actually stuck these PET tape flowers and butterfly on there. I think that's so cute. I think I want to do that more often, actually. And so she can, I thought she would be sitting up here, and then she can peek out. Yeah, I think I want to have her here. Yeah, and she can look out like that. So that's so cute. And then probably throughout the year, I'm gonna swap out the pictures or photos for something else to, you know, whatever strikes my fancy. And then something I wanted to put in these pockets, I came up with these check-in questions. These are basically journaling prompts. They're just certain things I sometimes forget to journal about myself. And so I wrote out these questions. For example, what have you realized about yourself recently? Or is there something you are dreading? how are you feeling today, those kinds of things. And I designed this little question card. This is actually going to be part of the January Cat Collage Club printables, because I think this, somebody else might enjoy these. And so I think I'm just going to have them here in this pocket, ready for me to pull out when I sit down to journal and don't quite know what to journal about, and I want to check in with myself. And then I'm probably going to have in the back here, I'm going to put my pencil board, which I'm currently still using with my other journal, so that's going to stay in there for now. But yeah, I think I'm ready for next year. It feels like my book now, and it's colorful and cute and already has meaning, which is nice. And I can't wait to fill all these blank pages. If you want to see me fill these blank pages, follow me along, subscribe. I am working on a series of doodle tutorials, journal doodle tutorials. So that's going to be fun. We're going to work on those next year a lot. And I do journal with me videos and share other creative prompts and ideas that I come up with. So I'd love to have you. I hope this video felt fun and inspiring. Maybe you set up your journal along with me. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Until next time, happy journaling!